Stadium. With that, Mr. Speaker, I renew my motion.
Chairman Hicks renews his motion. Any discussion on the bill? Representative Powell.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just one question I'm curious about. Why does the amendment allow for the Canadian Football League franchise?
Chairman Hicks.
Good question. This particular piece of legislation is for Nissan Stadium.
Representative Powell.
Okay, I just was going to make sure there was no Canadian football franchise that we were trying to get here in Nashville, Tennessee. But, thank you for the question.
Representative Hardaway.
Thank you, Speaker. To the sponsor, does this impact Shelby County, any of the tourism development zones, or the Grizzlies?
Chairman Hicks.
No, sir, it does not. This is simply for Nissan Stadium.
Representative Hardaway.
All right. Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, sponsor.
Any further discussion? Representative Sexton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to rise in opposition to this for two reasons. I can't appreciate my good friend, Representative Hicks, anymore, and I appreciate him. Good man, good representative, does a lot for his county. I just am particularly against this bill for two reasons. One is I don't like that we're taking taxpayer money and we're funding these kind of projects. The next issue that I have is more personal. I've always been a fan of the NFL ever since I was a little boy. But I don't like what the NFL and these other sports teams are doing to our country. Disrespecting our flag, taking a knee on the national anthem. So I have to, on those grounds, vote against this bill. And I'm going to ask you to, Republicans, until we decide that we're going to stand up against these things, we're going to continue to get what we're getting. I believe that it's time that we take a stand and we say no. I defend their right to take a knee if they want to, but I also defend my right.
Representative Sexton, can you stay on the bill, please?
With all due respect, Mr. Speaker, I am on the bill.
Representative Sexton, this is a foregone tax revenue bill, please. Chairman Hicks.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And the first thing, I guess, let me address the first question or the first idea that was thrown out there. Just to give you perspective of what this means to our state, if you look at the overall investment that the state is making, it'll be about $334 million is what will be invested. If you look at the return on that investment, it's going to be somewhere around $600 million. Folks, this is economic development is what this is. As far as the second piece of that, please understand that Tennessee Titans do not own this stadium. This is owned by the Nashville Metro Sports Authority. Plain and simple. There's actually more events that take place in this stadium outside of the Tennessee Titans than the Tennessee Titans themselves. So you can look at all the different events. I think there's actually 350 different events that take place. So please don't, while I fully respect my neighbor up in Granger County, that is simply a different issue, and so we're looking at economic development for our state.
Any further discussion? Representative Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Chairman, for your bill. I'm for economic development, and for 3 years I've been working with the Department of Economic and Community Development to reframe Tennessee's economy and really invest into what would be more of a recession-resilient economy, looking at health and life sciences, looking at biotech. And what we're seeing is a lot of tax breaks, a lot of tax structure benefits that incentivize more and more low to mid wage jobs, working in vending, working in fast food. And there's an instance right now in Southeast Tennessee. For 2 years now, we've asked for money from this state for economic and community development. There would be about 70 to 80 jobs created. The average salary would be $74,000 to $100,000.